Okay, real quick. So I have created this coffee carrier, and I was quite happy with it. There were a couple of things that I didn't like too much, um, but now, so I've got these parts, and they're great. And the issue was today I actually wanted to make the final video about the coffee carrier, and I just wanted to assemble it one more time, just to check it out again, and then I put the handles together and I tried to like put them together real tight that I can show you how good the coffee carrier is, and then I really tried to push it together real hard, and then it just broke. So now I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board and yeah, or I could just cut the same pieces again, these, but I don't quite like it. That it actually there's a weak point there and it can break. So both handles broke at that point. And so I'm gonna just redesign that, make it a little bit stronger, and then also I can do a couple other things. So one thing is these teeth here that gave me a little bit of grief. So the design is not so bad. So that's how they go together. You know, they fit together like that. However, when I put them together on an angle, which is exactly when I broke them, I put them together on an angle. They go together quite well, but then they are on a steeper angle, right? And then they actually come apart real easy. So I need to basically just extend the length of the teeth. But then I also got a couple suggestions from the Patreons, which are really helpful, I think, and I'm gonna make some changes as well there. So one thing is the outside, of this upper layer has these grooves, and Nicola, our Patreon, she said that she talked to her daughter about it, and she said that these little cut-ins here, if you have this in your pocket somewhere or in your handbag, they might actually catch up on things. So I like these things because I use them for flexibility, so that you can actually use different size cups. But I can actually put them inside, so that outside there's a smooth surface, and inside I have these things. I think that should do the same trick. I don't know. I thought that would be the easiest thing to do it from outside, but she's actually right. It might actually be better to do it from inside. But I want that flexibility, then you can just use a slightly bigger cup as well, and it doesn't just straight break. We can see it actually did break now on camera. But yeah, so you have a bit of flexibility in there, as you can see, but there is a point, of course, where it depends a little bit on how on the thickness of the plastic and on the the consistency, the density, but yeah, you can stretch it quite a bit, but it will break. So there's of course another weak point that I just found, and I'm gonna work on that as well now, I guess. So that's the kind of like the weak points. One more thing. So also on Patreon they suggested that it might actually be better to put. So at the moment I'm taking the base plate and take this the handle part and slide it on from the side, and then it goes and hooks on, and it can't really get off. But yeah, if it gets a bit sloppy and if the sheets are quite thin, then it might actually fall away. but they hold each other together because they're in different directions. You know, this one is going down, the teeth here, and this one is going up. And so they, when the handles hold together, they will actually hold this together. However, it might actually be better to have hooks on here and these slits in the base plate, because then I can just take the handle, hook it into the base plate, and you know, like an actual hook, like a fish hook, for example, like make 4 or 5 hooks here and basically lift the whole base plate up, and then it can't really wobble to the side or away or whatever. And the coffee, when it is in here, it will actually put pressure on it and makes it even stronger, you know, with friction. So yeah, so there's a couple things that I can improve. And then also, when I have slits in the bottom plate, I can actually make the bottom plate as big as I like, basically, as long as the plastic is not too flexible, so that the, you know, that it doesn't bend with weight, like with the coffee weight on it. But yeah, I could actually make like more cups, put more cups on it, like put another 2 on the sides, and then you can hold with that one double handle, you can actually hold 4 cups. That would be great, right? So it makes it a bit more flexible, and I only need to do you know, one design for the handle, one design, and then slightly different designs for the bottom plate and the middle or the upper layer plate. And yeah, so the handles will always be the same. And yeah, so I need to go back and do a bit of CAD drawing, a bit of changing stuff. Yeah, I need to actually learn that a bit better. Otherwise, I have I always have the problem that it takes me ages to make any changes. If I was better in CAD drawing, then I could make changes much easier with just changing some dimensions or something. But right now, I'm kind of hand drawing it in, and it's quite tedious. But that's how it is when you're not so experienced. But you know, the more I do it, the better I get. So yeah, all right. I go back to work and see you for the proper finished product.